Just check out the lighting though. So formats I went with are the WeatherTechs. Do is come here, kind of push this stuff in. These WeatherTechs fit absolutely perfect. But man, look at this. Woo! YouTube family, this is SUBZERU Vlogs, back with another video just for all of y'all. Today is a very special video. A bunch of you have been asking me to make this video and to make a review about how I feel about being stage 3, about having 400 horsepower, how my Subaru's been, how reliable is it, should I tune, should I get tuned, should I modify my car, what should I do for modifying my car. So I hope this video helps a bunch of you, because I have been in that position. I have never owned a Subaru. This is my first Subaru, so I've heard, you know, the rumors of 350 horsepower it's gonna break, 400 it's gonna break. Don't overly modify your Subaru, or when should you modify your Subaru, or what's the best route to take when modifying, and just trying to find video or someone to give you information that's accurate to how driver experience, what's the real story. I know a lot of, you know, I've been going on forums, so forums is kind of all over the place. So all I can speak of is just my personal experience with this vehicle, with this Subaru, to give you guys an idea of exactly how it's been for me. So give you all a little bit more information about this Subaru WRX. Yes, this is a Subaru WRX. Pretty much everything that you can bolt into this car, for the most part, other than a bigger turbo or, you know, getting a bigger block, it pretty much has. So I know a lot of people have been wanting to know, you know, a catback exhaust, a J-pipe, downpipe, an intake, a top mount or front mount intercooler, TGV deletes, EGR deletes, EBCS, charge pipes, headers, E85, you know, I have all of those things. So I'm gonna put a list and I'm gonna show you all exactly all the parts that I have so you can see what I got on my car. If you all like this video, hit the like button. If you want to follow the journey, hit the subscribe button. And I always keep saying, guys, keep going after your dreams and make them a reality. Thank you for the idea of making this video. I've actually been excited. I've been wanting to do this video. I've had this car for a little over a year now with the parts and the modifications and the power that it's making. So I feel like after having it for a year, I'm able to give, you know, somewhat of a year review, but somewhat of a personal experience I've had with this car. Anyway, let's get to the video. Don't waste your time. Let's get to it. So like I said, I know a lot of you like my driving POV videos, so I'm gonna be doing this kind of video as far as my talking, so that way it's interactive with you all. You all can see the videos, but more importantly, it can be fun and not just, you know, basic, I'm sitting around talking. But overall, yes, I have my Subaru WRX 2015. I've had it personally for about 2.5 years now. So yes, I was, you know, stock, no tune for a year and a half. I really wanted to get used to the car. I really wanted to do information before I really went in and started building it or doing mods to it. I really wanted to have a solid foundation as to what, you know, direction I wanted to go. So I took that year and a half to really kind of study, and then I went with all the modifications. I did it all at once. I mostly just used E30 mix. It's a mix of E85 and 91. If I'm on my E30 mix, I'm 355 horsepower to the wheels and 356 torque to the wheels on E30. If I go over E85, I'm a little over 400 horsepower to the wheels. So it's just all about preference. This is my daily car. I drive it every day. I DJ full-time. I do a lot of driving. But overall, I know why you guys really clicked this video. You want me to talk about exactly the review and if it's beneficial and if you should do the mods for a Subaru. So my personal opinion, like I said, I was stock for a year and a half, but once I went and did modifications to the car, once I actually got dyno tuned, once I put mods in, oh my gosh, I wish I had done it sooner. I wish I did it earlier. Like, I just wish, there's so many Subarus out here today. There's Subarus everywhere. So far, the experience has been absolutely fantastic. I cannot believe I waited as long as I did to get the car like modded and tuned. Like, I know, like, I was waiting for warranty, which I think is a smart thing. I had warranty like up to maybe 4 months before I got all my mods done, or 5 months or something like that. So I really wanted to learn the car. And actually, the benefit of waiting the warranty was I actually had clutch issues. You know, a big thing about these WRX, especially my year, was a throwout bearing and a few things. So it was covered under warranty. So because I kept it under warranty, I was able to get that going. The curve of the power band is completely better. It's completely different. You know, before it'd smack you in the face really fast, and the next thing you know, it will just plateau, and you have no power from like 3,500 RPM to like 5,000, and then it just randomly will kick back. That was the most annoying thing, especially coming from a V8 owner, coming from a sports car owner. That was so annoying. But with the modifications and the tune, it feels very, very similar to how the STI feels as far as the power curve in the power band. So the first main issue that I had with my Subaru WRX, however, once I got the dyno tune done, was the fact that pretty much the car was sounding like an STI. It was like it sounds almost like an STI. One of my coil packs and my spark plugs completely went out, so I had to replace the spark plugs and replace the coil packs. Freaked me out. That car, I turned it on, it sounded like an STI. You know, it had that unequal sound. I didn't know what was going on. The car just, no boost, it just completely was just falling flat on its face. I didn't know what was going on, but it turned out that one of my cylinders in the coil packs actually just completely went out. But just listen to this real quick. Oh my gosh, that never gets old. By the way, like when you get your car tuned, that never, ever, ever gets old, man. That never gets old. But other than the spark plugs and the coil packs, I did have a battery issue. I went and got myself an Optima red battery pack. I'm not sure if that's related, but just the battery was just going out, just out of nowhere almost. I don't know if it was just more power coming through in battery form or something, but other than the battery and the spark plugs and the coil packs, for the most part in the engine side of things or the mechanical side of things, it's been running very well. If I remember, I believe the Subaru WRXs come with 268 horsepower to the crank stock, and I believe they come 258 torque stock. You know, so when you go from 268 stock crank, which is probably like, I don't know, give or take 210, 215, maybe 220 horsepower to the wheels, to then going to 350 and 400, you really feel the difference. It's absolutely insane. It just slams you back in your seat. Here, I'll even give you guys a quick little pull. So this is second gear. So it's more instant. So if I was to go into a pull, let me get to a straight real quick. It's just, that was 20 to 60 just like that. Like it's quick. Like these cars are really fast, especially with the all-wheel drive. You really get up to speed quick. But overall, my review is basically for an everyday car, for what you can actually use the car for, that 350 to 400 is a perfect sweet spot to where you feel like you can just gas it and you can really just gun it and never feel like you're really going to lose traction or ever lose control, whether in your canyons or whether you're on the road. It's a perfect everyday speed for me, you know, like I said. But yeah, just like the way this car is, it's super easy to drive. I'm trying to be even calm. Like I'm not really like pushing it. Now I got my tune done from Ron over at Fat Body Tuning Legend. If you guys are in California or anywhere near California, can get to California, go to Ron at Fat Body Tuning. I guarantee you, you will not be upset. You will be completely satisfied, more than satisfied. He does an amazing job at really just fine-tuning the car, making it tuned to however way you want it. and his tunes are spot on. You know, the way just the curve is, the power band, just everything about the tune is absolutely fantastic. Anytime I have a Subaru or any car that he can tune, I'm definitely taking it to Ron over at Fat Body Tuning. I'm so happy with the car. Like, the craziest thing, I had it stock for so long, and I just feel like you know, it was cool, it was fun, especially coming from my Corvette that had like over 500 horsepower, you know what I mean? So it was like, it was cool, it was fun, but now just having this, it's just, the experience is so much different. It's just a different car. It drives differently. It's more crisp. It's not laggy. It doesn't feel like it's taking time. It's more instant. You know, it doesn't feel like it falls flat in his face. To where anytime the power band from 2000, it never falls flat. It keeps going. It keeps building and building and building and building and building and building and building. So it really gets that feeling of, especially with a turbo car, where it just keeps going. But I think really a lot of people who might watch this video or might have seen this, or just like me, like I said before at the beginning of the video, you're really trying to see exactly the maintenance, or if it's worth it, or if you should go for it. My personal opinion, cars are meant to be driven. Cars are meant to just have fun. You're supposed to smile when you drive your car. You're supposed to look back at your car. You're supposed to, every time you step in the gas, it's supposed to make you feel something. And that's just how I want my cars to be. Overall, these cars, you know, I know a lot of people get bad raps to Subarus, but for the most part, if you keep them in the range that they're supposed to be in, and you take care of them and do proper maintenance, you get your fluids changed, your oils changed, you know, you do what you're supposed to do, for the most part, you're going to put yourself in a very good position to succeed with these cars. I have never owned a Subaru. Like I said, I've always wanted it. I think a lot of people are like, you know, they see a Subaru and they're like, wow, like, I love the sound of a Subaru. I wish I could have a Subaru. Like, it's the one car I think most people look at and they feel like that's the one car that they always envision what they'd have. Would they have a World Rally Blue Subaru? Would they have an all white and gold wheel Subaru? You know, which one would they do? But overall, I really don't want to make this video super bearing or over the top, but my review is absolutely fantastic. I absolutely love this car. This car is amazing. I'm actually, like I keep saying, I should have definitely did these mods earlier. You're not gonna regret it. I know stuff happens. I know sometimes, you know, a block could go out, or something in the engine could go out, or, you know, whatever's going on. But for the most part, you have to think of it as you want to enjoy it. So far, you know, I've been doing pretty well. My car hasn't had too many main issues. It only has about 53,000 miles on it, but it is a 5-year-old car. So I do try and keep the miles low when I can. I do try and take care of it when I can. I try and do the maintenance when I can on the Subaru. But all you can do is just put yourself in the best chance to succeed. So in closing, when asking is it worth it, completely worth it, go for it. Do your research. You know, I've been doing research for years, so if you're interested in building a Subaru and you want something that, you know, is really good parts, really good modifications, very tastefully done, it sounds good, you guys can definitely copy exactly the same mods I did, you know. I love this. This is how it sounds. It drives great. It's great numbers, but most importantly, everything flows good, and I do not have any issues. So if you guys want to check, I put, you know, all my modifications in the video, all my parts. You can go ahead and check my other videos as well. But go ahead, copy exactly the same parts I got. Look for the same parts. I have more parts coming in. It's only going to keep getting bigger, only going to keep getting better. If you want your car to be fun, if you want your car to just get up, if you want to enjoy your car, you definitely need to go ahead and get your car tuned. Go ahead and get your car just built. Go ahead and put some mods in it. You're definitely not going to regret it. The car sounds good. The car drives good. It's very fluid now. There's no lagginess. There's no slowness. It just feels very fluid. You know, it's very engaging. When I tell it to go, it goes. There's no lag.